people who don't train traditionally often don't understand the role of the training partner. So when guys do demonstrations, they think it's a one-way demonstration. Guy comes at him, master does his work, and the other guy just takes a beating to show off for the crowd. That's 100% wrong. When I did martial arts, I always volunteered to be the test dummy, always, because I wanted to feel it. So there's two reasons you got to understand why you're the test dummy. Number one, it's hard to understand what something feels like until you've had it done to you. So unless you've been hit in a certain direction on angle, or you've been moved a certain way, when you go to do it on someone else, you don't know what it feels like inside them. I had a woman once who had a nerve problem where she didn't feel pain. And when we went to do things like this, because she couldn't feel what it felt like, when she went to do them, she really overcranked them and didn't know how to do them properly because she had no idea what it was supposed to feel like. She just asked us in hope. She didn't know. So number one is always, whenever you're the victim, is you always want to feel what they did to you and be very sensitive to it to understand how you can do it. The second reason, and the most important reason, is awareness. So one of the biggest flaws in all martial arts is we always practice from a position where we're in control and we're winning. So, we all face up, and when that guy attacks you, you're ready, but you're not always ready. Sometimes you're at a disadvantage, sometimes you're getting hit, sometimes you're not paying attention. It is what it is. When you are the dummy, right? Say he takes a walk and he's punching. I do my work, right? I hit him, I'm practicing my basics. His job is to pay attention to every strike and be looking for an opening. Even though he's not going to do it, you want to keep your mind engaged in it. What happens when people get fear and pain and they get hit, their brain starts going, oh my God, I'm getting hit. And they don't see the rest of the room. Now, look, I realize sometimes you get hit, you go down. It is what it is. I'm not suggesting to make you invincible. But when you're on the disadvantage, you have a fraction of a second to find a gap and take advantage of it. And the only way you learn that is being on the bad side of it. So let's say I'm working and we do this. And he hits me in the face. So my job is to pay attention, keep my eyes to him, and look for the next one. So he goes to his next technique. And I should be looking. So he goes to a grab. I'm looking. See how I'm always looking. Now, the reason I'm looking is because later, if I feel a mistake, I'm going to try and take advantage of it. But you don't want gaps in your attention. Every time I'm hitting him, his job as a person is to be keeping me in the corner of his eye, feeling where the technique is, and feeling where he could slip out if possible. Now, for the drill, he's not going to do that, but he should be at least looking for it. Always teach your mind to be looking for openings and gaps, no matter how bad the situation is. He goes to throw me, I should be paying attention. I should be looking for a gap, so later when I find the gap, I can take advantage of it. No matter what you're doing is a demonstration. What instructor is demonstrating on you, your job is to always look around and be ready to go. You're not going to do it, but you got to see it. He goes to put me in a wrist lock. I should be paying attention to what he's doing. So he puts it on, and if he really, in a thing, I'll tap. But really what I'm looking for is maybe there's a gap and I can go in. If he hits me in a combination, right? 1, 2, look at my eyes. See how I'm looking to him, paying attention. Every time he hits me, I'm looking for a gap. I'm letting myself go to bad positions on purpose. You guys don't let yourselves do that. You always want to feel strong. You've got to be in a position sometimes where you're not in a good spot so that maybe you learn how to come out of that bad spot. But you only do this by focusing all the time. Later, when these get more intense, when you're working with good instructors who know how to hit you deeper and not so they don't hurt you but enough to make you work hard, as you're taking this beating, you've got to, number one, defend your body a little bit so that you go with it so you don't get hurt. But as you're going with it, you should be looking for that opening and that gap. Being a demonstration guy is not, coming at him so we do a good show. It's you feeling what's going on, but paying attention to your surroundings no matter how bad the situation is and how much pain you're in. Because if you don't put yourself in a position of bad, how do you learn to get out of it? So next time you watch one of those demos where the guy's getting his ass kind of kicked, and you're going, well, that's brutal from that instructor. It's unkind to him. He shouldn't do that. Depends how he's taught. There's some guys who are genuinely bad human beings who just beat their students. But there's others who, even though it looks rough, their job is to teach them to see and move and get ready for the next work. If you train it that way, your work will be so much better.